This is Mark from the QuickBooks team. If you have a customer you need to invoice every day, week, month, or year, you can set up a recurring invoice in QuickBooks to save time. Let's go over how to set one up and how to enable autopay so your customers will have the option to automatically pay your recurring invoices. To start, go to New and Invoice. To make your invoice recurring, select Manage if you don't see this menu open already. Then Automation and Recurring Invoice.
Name your recurring invoice series. Then, from the Type drop-down, select Scheduled for QuickBooks to automatically create invoices in this series. If you want to create a template that's saved with partial or complete data and without a schedule, select Unscheduled. If you only want QuickBooks to remind you to create your invoice, select Reminder. We'll select Scheduled for this example. If you want, you can decide how far in advance you want QuickBooks to create the invoice before it sends it so you can review it. Next, select Automatically Send Emails. Note that you also have the option for QuickBooks to include any unbilled charges for your customer in your recurring invoice. Under Interval, tell QuickBooks how often to send this invoice out. In our example, QuickBooks will send our invoice on the first of the month starting next month. You can add an end date if you want as well. Fill in the rest of your invoice details. If you need help on filling an invoice, there's a link to a video to show you how at the end of this one. To enable autopay, you'll need a QuickBooks Payments account, but you can set up an account here if you don't have one. If you have a QuickBooks Payments account, you'll just need to select the payment methods you want to accept on these invoices. Autopay works for both card and ACH transactions. Once everything looks good, select Save Template. When your customer receives your invoice via email, they can set up autopay by selecting Review and Pay, then Set up autopay. They can cancel this anytime.
To manage individual invoices, go to your Invoices page. Note your navigation may look like this.
All your recurring invoices have this symbol next to them. Select an invoice to see details on the invoice activity or to edit the invoice. For those set to be auto-paid, you'll see its Autopay Scheduled status. If you need to manage your recurring invoice series, select Settings and then Recurring Transactions. Choose the invoice series you want to change and select Edit. That's it. Now you can save time sending invoices and getting paid with recurring invoices.